Everyone, Dr. Daniel Rosen here. I want to take a moment to talk about the differences between the two popular injectable weight loss medications, Wegovy, semaglutide, and Mounjaro, tirzepatide. So both of those medications have a GLP-1 agonist in it, and what that is a very powerful hormone that in natural situations is released by the ileum. Okay, that's the pink part of the intestines. And you know, when food reaches the end of the intestines, especially fat and protein, because carbohydrates are absorbed early, it triggers a massive release of GLP-1, which travels to the brain and tells you to stop eating. You know, that type of push away from the Thanksgiving dinner table where the food's up to here, there really isn't any food up in your esophagus. It's your brain creating that sensation. That I can't eat another bite sensation is happening in your brain. In fact, Joey Chestnut, the champion hot dog eater from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, says that fullness is just a feeling to push through. It's not really that you're so full you can't stuff anything else in. So when food hits the end of the ileum, the ileal break, it's called, is the release of GLP-1, which tells your brain to stop. So that's in both of those medications, Wegovy and Mounjaro, the GLP-1 agonist. Now, tirzepatide or Mounjaro also has GIP, which stands for glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide, which means when glucose, or simple carbohydrates, enters the stomach and the first part of the intestine called the duodenum, it triggers GIP release. And it's insulinotropic, meaning it creates the production of insulin. It triggers the production of insulin. Sugar's coming in, you're going to need insulin to process it and bring it into the cells. And we know insulin is a very powerful fullness hormone, so GIP will trigger that insulin, and in the brain, that insulin will lower your hunger, produce satiety, have you eat less. The people might say, well, you can just do this on your own. Why don't you just not eat sugar, and then you won't even have to worry about it. But the whole beauty of these hormonal medications is they're tricking your brain. You're injecting a medication that would normally be released when you consume glucose and when there's protein and fat at the end of your intestines. But it's being released without you eating anything. So you're tricking the brain into thinking there's a high sugar, large quantity meal when you haven't eaten anything, and you feel full, and you lose weight. That's the science behind these drugs.